guys, so today we're going to talk about our vajacial service. And for those who don't know what a vajacial is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a facial for your vagina. That's right, we do facials for your vagina here. And I get a lot of DMs and I get a lot of questions and a lot of comments on how do you do a vajacial service. So I'm going to give you step by step on what I do and what I like to use. So the first step that I go in with is a cleanser. This is a foaming cleanser by SkinScript. It's their green tea citrus cleanser. It has grapefruit in it, it has lemon in it, and what it does is it restores skin and its radiant glow. So it's going to take away all that debris, it's going to give it a deep cleanse, and then it's going to go in and give it a radiant glow. Now for a second cleanse, I have two options for you. The first one is, if they're not really that bad down there, you want to go in with the pomegranate antioxidant cleanser. This has aloe, jojoba oil, grapeseed. This is just a creamy cleanser, so don't think about it as a foaming cleanser. It's just cream, so it's not going to foam for you at all, but it's just going to bring back all the antioxidants into the skin and give it life again, give it that healthy glow. But if their skin's more on a lot of ingrowns on the badder side, then we want to go in with the charcoal clay cleanser. This is also by SkinScript. All right. So as the other option, if your client's skin has a little more breakouts, has a little more ingrowns, and you see that it's a little more on the texture side, you want to go in with a charcoal clay cleanser. Now what this is going to do is the clay in the cleanser is going to absorb all the toxins and kind of give it like that antibacterial cleanse to kind of clean out those pores. So that's your option. So your first one, you always want to use the vitamin C, and then the second step is you want to make sure you go in with the pomegranate cleanser or the clay, depending on their skin type. For the third step, I like to do an exfoliation. I use two exfoliants here. Rather, I use a manual exfoliant, which is a scrub, or I use an enzyme, which is these two right here. And depending on the month, since I like to spice it up a little bit, depends on which enzyme I have on hand. Since it's fall, I have the pumpkin and I have the Arctic cranberry coming up for winter. So for the pumpkin, let's talk a little bit about this one. The pumpkin's very strong, it's very potent. It is a very strong enzyme. So if your client has sensitive skin, what you want to do is you want to mix the pumpkin with another mask. I personally like the goju berry yogurt mask. Now the reason why I mix these two together is because in their protocol of SkinScript, it's called the pumpkin latte. And who doesn't like a nice pumpkin latte in the fall season, especially it makes your vagina smell like that too. So what you want to do is you want to mix these two equal parts, so 1 and 1, and then you apply that on the vagina with steam. But if your client can't handle it, you could just use the enzyme on itself. Same thing with the Arctic cranberry. If your client is sensitive, you can mix the Arctic cranberry with the winter mint. It gives it kind of like a minty cooling feeling while the enzyme's sitting under the steam, but it won't sting them. But if you think your client can handle it, you could just use this alone. If you want to go in with a manual exfoliant, then I suggest the raspberry refining scrub. This has jojoba beads, blue cornmeal, so it's very gentle, but it's going to give that skin a nice polished kind of clean look and remove all the dead skin cells. While all this is sitting, you leave it on the skin for about like 15 minutes under steam, then you wipe it away. Now once you wipe it away, I like to do my extraction part. So you could go in there with tweezers, remove the ingrowns, you can remove blackheads, but I like to use what is called the skin scrubber. I got this one on Amazon, I think it was like $15, if that. And what you do is, once you turn it on, it kind of vibrates, and it vibrates really fast. So when you're scrubbing the skin, it's kind of lifting up all that dead skin, so you really are getting out all the gunk and junk and debris from the pores. Now once that's done, you want to wipe everything clean. I like to go in Sea-Breeze, or if I don't use Sea-Breeze, I use their glycolic acid pads, and that kind of just takes away all the junk, kind of like it acts like oxy pads, those little oxy pads that a lot of guests like to use for their face. It kind of dries everything up and cleans everything out. Now for the mask part, you could just use the mask alone, or you could use another mask. I kind of like to keep all the protocol together and not mix and match too much. My favorite mask right now is the hydrating mask, the winter mint one, just because it applies all of the hydrating and antioxidants and vitamins back into the skin and gives it a nice silky smooth feeling, kind of like a baby's bottom. This one works too, but I noticed some of my guests have a breakout just because I don't know that they're allergic to milk. If you're allergic to milk and dairy, then I wouldn't use the yogurt mask. Now, while the mask is sitting, I like to go in with our LED light therapy. Right now, my favorite two lights is the pink one that blinks. The pink one that blinks is going to help penetrate the products deeper into the skin. And then if you use this one, it says it's supposed to be yellow, but it's orange to me. The orange one helps brighten the skin. So it brighten in the sense that it doesn't whiten, but it gives it like a nice natural glow to your skin. If you're looking for a whitening one, then you go to the pink one that doesn't blink. This is the whitening one. So if your client has a lot of dark marks and scarring from old like ingrowns and breakouts, then you want to use the pink light because that's going to help lighten them up. And you just pass this along as the mask is sitting just to help everything penetrate, everything settle into the skin, kind of go from the inside out to help prepare the skin and heal the skin from within. Once you take all that off, you then go in. I like to use the acai berry moisturizer. Now, the reason why I like to use this is because it's packed with anti-inflammatories, which kind of helps heal the skin so it doesn't look as red once they're done. It has antibacterial properties to help prevent future ingrowns, and it has collagen and healing systems in there. So it's going to do the trifecta. It's going to help antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, and produce collagen. So that's great. So guys, that is my step-by-step on how to do a vajacial. Make it your own. You could do what you want. You could use what you want. I know me personally, I like to use Skin Script. So if you go to Skin Script, they have certain facial protocols on there already that they like to mix and match on their own. They're a great company. I love their fruit-based formulas. It kind of works really well. I'm finally glad that I got around to help everyone out. So don't forget to like, comment, tag a friend, and if you have any questions, DM me, guys.